And welcome back, once again adventurers, to Let's Play Steins. In the last episode, Rintaro Okabe and Kurisu Makase have both come to terms with the eventuality they knew must take place, and as a result, both have gone their separate ways. Kurisu, as per her original plans, is going to return to America, as Rintaro Okabe returns to the Future Gadget Lab to finish what he started. Mayuri and Daru turn to me and nod. It seems that they both fully understand and grasp the gravity of the situation at hand. Today is the last day of Kamima. Daru wanted to attend, of course, but a little begging convinced him to prioritize the operation. We definitely need all hands on deck for this one, I'm afraid. I take a look around the lab. These 20 days have been madness. It's incredible to think that at one point this lab had a whole 8 members. And now we're back to 3. Lab founder Rintaro Okabe, aka Hououin Kyouma, lab member 001, his companion and hostage Mayuri Shina, aka Mayushi, lab member 002, and his trusty super hacker and favorite right arm, Itaru Hashida, aka Daru, lab member 003. The core members. The memories we made, the experiences we shared. To save Mayuri, I will undo all them all. There is sorrow in me, and guilt. I engrave them deep inside my heart. I'll never forget. I mustn't forget these long yet short summer days. But still, I choose to erase their memories. I choose to return everything back to normal. Back to the way things were before all this began. Suzuha's mission is irrelevant. I'm not doing this for the future. As long as Mayuri lives, nothing else matters. It seems our reasons are selfish yet personal.
Daru, 始めてくれ。
Indeed you may.
いいんだな。ああ。Okie dokie.
Let us do this. Daru starts typing on the IBM 5100. It's already connected to his main computer. This will get us into CERN's central database, where they keep the data they mine with Echelon, which is now no longer protected by their vaunted proprietary code, with the IBM 5100 firmly in our possession. There we will locate the first email I sent on July 28th and erase all trace of its existence. With this, I can reach the beta world line. At last, Mayuri will be safe. No longer at the cruelty of worldline convergence. I look at Mayuri. She's on the couch, sitting straight as a ramrod, with her grandmother's pocket watch pockety pressed to her ear. She stays still, her eyes closed. Whenever Mayuri wants to calm down, she listens to the sound of that pocket watch. Earlier, I told Mayuri everything. At this point, there's really no reason to keep her in the dark any longer. I guess she's come to terms with it, in her own way, the Mayushi way. The actual work I've left to Daru, no problem there. Reliable as always, especially where it counts. While waiting for him to finish, I walk into the development room. In the center of the room is the time leak machine. I squat down and gently brush my fingers against the microwave surface. It's cool to the touch. I've made irreplaceable friends because of this thing, and because of this thing I've hurt them as well. But I don't want to blame the tool, at least not anymore. It's how you use the tool that matters. And I've got to admit, it saved me more than once. Without it, we would never have gotten this far. But still, once this is over, I'll destroy the time leap machine, and with it, the phone wave TBA. We must never make the same mistakes again, nor allow this time travel technology to fall into the hands of CERN or anyone else.
オカリン見つけたマジであったぞこれ
And it seems that Daru has found the D-mail we've been looking for. And, I keep forgetting that there are actually two computers in the Future Gadget Lab. The one here, which controls the phone wave TBA, and the one in the lounge behind us, which is Daru's personal computer.
あったのか俺が送った D メールが
This is the best news that we've had in what feels like ages.
しっかり残ってるよ
If only Kurisu were here to see this proof that we were right all along. But her being here will only make things worse. Daru points to a string of characters. My name is there, followed by the message I wrote about Kurisu's death. 3 lines total, each 12 characters long, with the rest being stuck in the singularity, unfortunately. This data led CERN to our doorstep, unfortunately because of the rather unique timestamp. It was sent on July 28th and received on July 21st, which is what tipped them off to begin with. At FB's instruction, Morika and the Rounders attacked. If Suzuha is right, then by erasing this data, we will escape from Attractor Field Alpha, where CERN dominates the future. That will take us to Attractor Field Beta, to the Beta worldline within its range of convergence, to a future without Mayuri's death, and without Kurisu's life. For that's what it takes. Mayuri is standing next to me, gazing intently at the monitor. She grasps my hand firmly. It seems Mayuri has some misgivings about this, and to be honest, the feeling is mutual. However, we cannot falter now.
大丈夫だ
Not when we're so close. She looks anxious, so I pat her head to calm her down.
エンターキーを押せばデータ消せるようになってる
Hard to believe that all it takes now is the press of a button. Daru stands up and gestures to the open seat.
その儀式はオカリンに譲るわ
Thank you very much, Daru. Indeed, nobody else can claim responsibility for this but ourselves. The weight of that responsibility lies firmly on our shoulders. It is ours and no one else's. I sit down and face the keyboard. This time it ends. No more emails, no more time leaps, no more jumping through world lines. This is where it ends. Kurisu's face floats through my mind. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. Goodbye, Kurisu. Slowly I raise my right hand and extend my index finger.
勝利の時は来た
Daru twitches at my cry.
この俺はあらゆる陰謀に屈せず己の信念を貫きついにラグナロックを戦い抜いたのだこの勝利のため我が手足となって戦ってくれた仲間たちに感謝を
One press of this key and Kurisu will die. I firmly grip my coat at the shoulder, where it has been stitched together with jagged pink thread.
訪れるのは俺が望んだ世界なり。
I wished for Mayuri to live and Kurisu to die. That is the truth, and I must never forget it.
すべてはシュタインズゲートの選択である。
This is the choice of Rintaro Okabe.
世界は再構成される。
Let it be so. I swing down my index finger. And at the exact same time, I hear the lab door open. Who could that be? Could it be Tanuji? Morika? CERN? My eyes dart towards the sound. It seems that the answer to my question is D. None of the above. In fact, it is the last person that we ever expected to see at this moment. At the 11th hour, Kurisu Makase has returned to the Future Gadget Lab. There, in the doorway, stands Kurisu. Her face is flushed. Was she running? Did she run all the way here from Akihabara Station? Why is she here? She should be on her way to the airport right now, back to America. Kurisu is looking at me. Her eyes are glistening, but her face is all smiles. Did she come back for me? In a split second of frozen time, I imagine I hear her voice. We didn't say goodbye, she says. That is very true. Immediately afterward, my finger strikes the enter key. There's no going back now. The Rubicon has been crossed. The world starts to warp. The timeline is being rewritten. I feel my consciousness being sucked into the vortex. Reading Steiner. Divergence is changing. The warp accelerates. Kurisu. Daru. Mayuri. Everything inside the lab is shifting. Color fades as my consciousness leaves this world line. I turn to face Kurisu, desperate to burn this last sight of her into my eyes. She raises her hand.
さよなら。私も岡部のことが。
Unfortunately, she will never finish that sentence. 1.130205% divergence. Ladies and gentlemen, adventurers of all ages, we've done it. We've crossed the 1% divergence threshold. Victory is ours. The world gradually stops spinning. Little by little, color returns. I look to the door. She was standing there just a moment ago. My assistant, Christina, Kurisu Makase. Now she is gone, vanished like a dream. I look around the room. Next to me is Daru. And behind me is Mayuri. Everything is where it should be. It looks like nothing has changed at all. I gently touch my coat's shoulder where Kurisu fixed a torn seam. It's gone. My coat isn't torn. The stitches, uneven from having been sewn in the dark, have disappeared. There's no trace of that ridiculous pink thread. I stand up and head to the development room. Underneath the table, the time leap machine. No, that's not the time leap machine. That's the PhoneWave TBA. The upgrades Kurisu made are gone, because in the beta worldline, they never happened. They never took place. Nothing has changed. This world is exactly the same. In all respects save one. Kurisu was never here. Every trace of her has vanished. Kurisu is nowhere now. Nowhere except in my memories. Mayuri and Daru are looking at me.
なあ、ラボメンナンバー004は誰だっけ？
I need to ask. Even though I know what the answer will be.
オカリン、ラボメンには004の人はいないよ。
That, Mayushi, is the right answer, and for that you get a pat on the head, an Upa, and a gold star.
それとも名前すら明かされてない隠れメンバーが幼女なら許す。
いや、
Request denied, as always. I knew it that it would be like this. But the fact that they forgot her existence is so saddening, so frightening. I'm the only person in the world who remembers Kurisu Makase as lab member 004. So I won't forget. I alone will live with her memory engraved upon my heart, for that is the promise that we have made, and that is the promise we shall keep. Now, time to proclaim my triumph, the triumph of Hououin Kyouma. There are still things that must be done after all, and many sacrifices were made to get here. But despite all that, this is my victory. I have won. Mayuri and Daru stare in wonder at my abrupt laughter.
今ここにラグナロックの勝敗は決した。この俺、狂気のマッドサイエンティストであるホーインキョーマは、そのアインシュタインにも匹敵する IQ170 の霊理なる頭脳により、機関およびセレンのあらゆる攻撃に対し時空を操ることで完全に勝利したのだ。まさに俺は神に等しき存在となった。そしてたどり着いたこの大いなる地平、我が野望が叶う世界、世界の支配構造はリセットされ、混沌の未来が待つであろう。これこそがシュタインズ。
オカリン、
Mayuri suddenly throws her arms around me. I freeze, utterly taken aback. Daru looks as confused as I am. Mayuri looks up at me and smiles. It's the gentlest smile I've ever seen.
もういいんだよ。
何を言ってるんだ。俺は今華麗なる勝利宣言を。
だって今のオカリ泣き出しそうな顔してるんだもん。
It seems that Mayuri's perception is as sharp as always.
ねえ無理しないで。前にも言ったよね。マユシーはオカリンの重荷にはなりたくないって。
I've said it before and I'll say it again. You would never ever burden Mayuri.
もうその口調続けなくてもいいんだよ。辛いなら普通に戻ってオカリンの心をねさらけ出してもいいんだよ。
But we are not Ocarine, we are Hououin Kyouma.
俺は
もうマユシーのことは気にしなくていいから。マユシーは大丈夫だから。オカリンはねオカリンのために泣いてもいいんだからね。何があったのかはわからないけど泣いてもいいんだよ。
And just like that, the mask shatters. All it took was one word from Mayuri. I think it took several words, actually. Now, at this point, I wish I could actually show you the Funimation adaptation of the scene that you've all just witnessed, but unfortunately I don't want to provoke a bona fide Leviathan and risk having copyright strikes raining down on me like the Sword of Damocles. So instead I'm going to have to insist that if any of you viewers happen to possess a copy of Steins, the Funimation anime in your possession, I would humbly suggest that you watch the anime version of this scene yourselves, and I suggest that you support both Funimation and the creators of Steins in general. I wish I could, but unfortunately Steins will not allow it. Mayuri, the sister I never had, the girl who always needed my protection. I had to save her. That was my purpose. The whole reason why we did this in the first place. I even sacrificed the girl I loved. But now, I finally realize that it's over. Mayuri is safe. She will not be killed, not by CERN, and not by worldline convergence. I am free. I would say that we're all free in this case, at this moment, Rintaro. Once more, I see Kurisu's face in my mind's eye. I recall the warmth of her body, the softness of her lips, the weight of her last words. One by one, they pound against my heart. I can't bear it anymore.
オカリン、マジで泣いてんの？
Your eyes do not deceive you, Daru. My vision blurs. Tears run down my cheeks.
俺は
A tidal wave of emotion crashes over me. Nothing remains to hold it back. I'll never see Kurisu again. That knowledge shreds my heart. I can't hold back my sobs. I can't stop my tears. This is the world that I've been searching for. A world where Mayuri does not die. And yet, it is missing the person most precious to me. It's too much. It's too cruel. Why did it have to be Kurisu? Why was I forced to choose? Why did she send me off with a smile? I cling to Mayuri. She strokes my hair gently. I surrender to my grief. Three days have passed since then, and Mayuri is still alive. Thank the heavens. Moeka and the Rounders have not attacked, and Tanuji has shown no signs of moving against us. Still suspicious, and still possible that they are still connected with CERN on the Beta World line, but we don't want to provoke them either. Daru's been visiting May Queen as usual, while Mayuri has been working on costume designs for next Kamima. Everything is back to normal. Everything save for the hole in my heart. Indeed, as you say, Rintaro, that is indeed that. I'm standing by the dumpster out back at the lab. We just finished dumping the last of the trash. This morning, I called Daru, and together we dismantled the PhoneWave TBA and the IBN 5100.
はあ、もったいねえな。IBN5100 は売ればプレミアつくのに。
I know you're disappointed, Daru, to give up the retro Phantom PC of Akihabara, but that IBN 5100 is the property of the Urushibaras of Yanabayashi Shrine. We borrowed it from them for this purpose and this purpose alone, and now that it has served its purpose, back to its home it must go.
それよりね、ラボから電子レンジがなくなっちゃったよ。
Looks like we'll have to give it a replacement microwave.
マユシーはもうジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンを食べられないのです。
電子レンジぐらい拾ってくればいいだろう。
It's certainly the least we can do. We no longer need the PhoneWave TBA, that miraculous time machine built by coincidence and serendipity. It brought Kurisu into my life, but at the same time, it made many people suffer. It must never be used again, not by me, not by anyone. It's time for the PhoneWave TBA to die, and with it, the insane mad scientist Hououin Kyouma, Lord of time, of space and time. He is now consigned to the past, and with him, the tools of his mania. I recall what Kurisu once said.
これまでの自分を否定したくないの。たとえ失敗ばかりだったとしても、それを含めて今の自分があるんだから。
And as much as it pains Rintaro to admit it, you were right, Kurisu. You were always right. Even now. I gaze once more upon the scrap heap that was Future Gadget number 8. We stripped it down to the last bolt and circuit board. Surely no one can rebuild it now. Because life isn't about do-overs. For good or ill, for better or worse, you only get one chance. Time travel is too much power for any human to wield. We don't need demails or time leaps. Even if nothing in the future is guaranteed. Even though I may die tomorrow, life was never meant to be redone. And that's fine by me. Wouldn't you say so too, Kurisu? I look up at the sky, and even though it's the middle of the day, I can see a single star shining. Maybe it's Venus, the morning star, and the evening star, which suddenly reminds me. Every night we casually travel through time. That's what Kurisu said. And each and every word she spoke I carve into my heart, so that I'll never let them slip from memory, for as long as my life endures. And that, as they say, is that. That has been Let's Play Steins Gate. Let the end credits roll. I certainly hope you all enjoyed watching this Let's Play series as much as I have enjoyed making it. I hope you've enjoyed my various antics as well as the antics of the myriad members of the Future Gadget Laboratory, with all their highs and lows, with all their ups and downs. And special thanks for you viewers who've stuck with this Let's Play series from beginning to end through thick and thin. It has certainly been a very wild ride, and I am glad to have partaken in it. But as they say, all good things must come to an end. And end they shall. To those of you who have liked and left comments on the videos, please you have my gratitude. But it is time to move on to bigger and better things, bigger and better pastures. So now it is time to find a new Let's Play project. Time to move on to, and whose cell phone is ringing in the background. You shouldn't let those ring during movies. Anyway, as I was saying, the time has come to move on to the next Let's Play series, which I believe is the alternate series Steins Gate.
はい、もしもし。え？誰が？僕が？お父さん？君の？何言ってんの？は？岡部倫太郎に代われ？なあ、オカリン。謎の女が代わってくれってさ。
誰だ？
お願い、今すぐラジカンの屋上に来て。
だから誰だよ。
私は2036年から来た。そこにいる橋田至の娘。名前は天音鈴葉。
ちょっと待て。鈴葉が。なんでここにいるんだ？
Well, that's certainly an unexpected twist. It seems that after everything that's happened, adventurers, our ordeal is not yet over just yet. Chapter 11. Open the Steins Gate. It's not over yet. She said to meet her on the roof of the radio building, she being Suzuha Mane. But not the Suzuha Mane that we know from the Alpha World line, because she no longer exists. Not only did she perish in the year 2000 after traveling back to 1975, but her entire existence has been erased now that we're back here on the Alpha World, since we moved from the Alpha World line to the Beta World line. And yet, against all odds, against all forms of logic, Suzuha Mane is once again back in our lives. Well, when we return, adventurers, I'll take a drink of Dr. Pepper and see what the Suzuha Mane of the Beta World line has, what business she has with Rintaro Okabe, and what else is about to unfold. As always, adventurers, until next we meet.